How can you be responsible for something that's out of your hands? Like maybe if you're raped or if you're abused by your husband or if as a child you're neglected by your parents, then how can you take responsibility for those things?
See, especially if if you're faced or we have been placed in unpleasant situations in our life. Let's not go into the details of unpleasantness. Some kind of unpleasantness has happened to our lives. If you consciously respond to this, if unpleasant events have happened in our lives, we should have become wiser sooner than others, isn't it? Instead, we became wounded. Why? Because we are not seeing what happens to our lives is not our responsibility. Now I am not asking who is to be blamed for this, who is to be hanged for this. That's not what we are looking at. That's why I said, we are not looking at responsibility as a civic responsibility. I am talking about responsibility as life functions. This life is functioning only because of its ability to respond. Is it so? You must understand the word responsibility. Responsibility means responsibility. If you see I am responsible, you have the ability to respond. Whatever you think I am not responsible for, you lose the ability to respond. Is that so? So right now, something unpleasant happened in your childhood or in the past, any time. If you say, I am not responsible for this event will be played on again and again and again and again in your life. Whoever abused you, they did it only once. You are abusing yourself 100 times over. Who is a greater criminal? That person did it only once for whatever reason. But you are causing that abuse again and again and again because you think you are not responsible, isn't it? If you see I am responsible, even the unpleasantness can be turned into wisdom. See, I was just telling them some kind of a story in a village. This can only happen in a village. So I was just telling them, see, in these 25 years of your life here, how much garbage you would have produced? Suppose you didn't pay your taxes, so the municipality decided to bring all these, let us say, 250 tons of garbage and shit and want to dump it in your house back because you have not paid your taxes. What will you do? They said in Tamil, "Vayaluk pottukro." They said, "We will put it in the fields because anyway we are buying this garbage. If they come and dump it in our house, we are glad. We'll apply to our fields." So if somebody dumps some garbage on you, you can either make manure out of it and blossom, or you can smear yourself with it and walk about looking for sympathy. See, somebody smeared shit on my face, somebody smeared shit on my face. You can go on talking about it for the rest of your life. This is the choice you have. Somebody might have done something with any kind of intention, but if you are intelligent and if you respond to it sensibly, you can make that also into a process of growth, into a process of enriching your life. Isn't it so? We don't have to go seeking unpleasantness, but if it does happen to us, if you are intelligent, if you respond to it consciously, you will make that also into something beautiful in your life. Otherwise, you'll carry this ugliness right through your life. Somebody did something for a moment, you do the same thing to yourself your whole lifetime, definitely you are a worse criminal than that person, isn't it? Because you are causing more pain and harm to yourself. See, if I try to abuse you now, you have your defenses. Even if I try to abuse a little child, even that little child has little defense, isn't it? But if I start abusing myself, this myself has absolutely no defense against myself, isn't it? Yes or no? This one is a totally helpless being. When I start abusing this one, this is an absolutely helpless being. This is not child abuse, this is fetal abuse. Because totally helpless. So, somebody abused you and you are using that as a reason to abuse yourself on a daily basis. That doesn't make sense. Everything that happens to you in your life and everything that doesn't happen to you in your life, are you responsible for it? If you see I am, you will create your life the way you want it. If you think you are not, you will be a helpless pawn in this world.